Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Forton for Michigan Matters. This is September 17th, and we got a short program here. It's mostly keep you up to speed on what we're doing. But I did get notification that Senator Rumstead, who is also our MI-GOP chair, has introduced a bill in Lansing in the Senate, number 500. And what it is, I'll read just a little bit here. It's to protect the Michigan residents from civil lawsuits using self-defense to protect themselves and their families from violent extremists during riots and mob violence. In other words, let's say you're at an event and something happens that you don't want to happen, and maybe somehow you're, attacked or whatever, there's some violence going on, and you shove somebody away from you or whatever, and they fall down and they get hurt, and then they go after you with a civil lawsuit for your house and every other darn thing, these rioters, and God only knows what all they do. So it's to protect people from that sort of thing. I'll just read the next paragraph. This new anti-riot act is necessary in the face of continued lawlessness on the streets of cities in Michigan and across the country. If violent agitators are going to continue to threaten the safety and sanctity of public life, ordinary citizens must have the right and ability to protect themselves without worrying about their lives being upended even further by frivolous lawsuits that could be brought about by mobs and criminals. So I think this is definitely a great bill. Of course, now also in the news today that the president has come out and declared Antifa to be a terrorist organization, which in my mind is about time. A few years ago, we saw, I think, almost 20 cities burning in the United States by these people. They were ordering I can't understand how we can't find out who they are, because they would order pallets of bricks and everything would appear in certain areas, and then all of a sudden the riots start and bricks go through windows and looting, rioting, burning, and the media just says things like, oh, it was mostly peaceful. You know, I saw I saw an elderly black lady in one of those cities when that was going on a few years ago, being interviewed by a news person. She had a walker. She's crying because all the stores she dealt with in this city, the grocery stores and so on and so forth, are all burned out. Where am I going to shop? She says, I don't have a car. So these Democrats and these leftist socialist communists, they could care less about the people in the area. This is all about causing chaos, disrupting everything, tearing down statues, destroying our history, doing all they can to destroy America. And that is how, read up about communism, that's how they do it. But anyway, so I think this bill is a step in the right direction, and I think calling Antifa a terrorist organization is also fantastic. And I think that now the government can start dealing with these people and the people that fund them. Anyway, also, I think today or yesterday, 4 House Republicans voted to protect the anti-American Omar in the House. I guess there was a resolution to censure her and take her away from, take her off committees and so on and so forth. This is an anti-American Somali who was not born here. Of course, there's no law preventing that today. I hope there will be soon. I guess I think there is a House member that is going to put forth a bill that you have to be born in the United States to be a House member or a senator, just like the presidency. I think that should happen. I really do. I think that we have too many people that are anti-American in the House of Representatives in the United States House, and I think we need that kind of thing. But 4 Republicans voted to protect her from that. And they are Mike Flood, Republican, Nebraska; Tom McClintock, Republican, California; Jeff Hurd, Republican, Colorado; and Corey Mills, Republican, Florida. I mean, these people are not Republicans. Now, I can imagine why they're censuring her because of something she said about Charlie Kirk. And these guys are probably going to set on principle and talk about free speech and so on and so forth. Well, for years now, we've had people in media, from newscasters, all kinds of people in media, making all kinds of declarations about conservatives being Nazis, anti-democracy. If they stay around, they're going to destroy the country, blah, 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 blah. And what do we get out of that? We get death and destruction, riots, and the death of Charlie Kirk. So I think this was an opportunity to tell this woman she's got to straighten up. But instead we had to protect her. These guys aren't Republicans, and that's a problem in the House we have in the Senate. Our legislature is not helping Donald Trump at all. What are they doing for Donald Trump? They have to start supporting him. They have to start passing legislation to get it to his desk to codify many of his executive orders. This country, he has a mandate, elected officials, he has a mandate to fix what you guys messed up over all these years. And all they are doing is dragging their feet, waiting for Trump to be out so they can go right back to the dark money, the PACs, the USAID, the thievery, all this stuff. They want to go back to it. They do not want to fix it. It's obvious. And they had better start getting behind this president, because it's on Republican shoulders. Just like Laura Logan said, if this country fails in the next 2 years, it's 100% in the back of these so-called Republicans like the four I just mentioned. So anyway, moving on, I want to talk about our event coming up. And this event is a unity event, and it's put on with us and Turning Point Action. You need to register. Go online to the to our website, michiganmatters.org, I'm sorry, and you will see the flyer. And on the flyer, there's a way to register. All you have to do is register. It doesn't cost anything. The purpose of the registration is we want to know how many dinners. Turning Point Action is paying for the dinners. And also, since this terrible thing, I got to tell you the story because some of you probably think this has canceled. Right after Charlie's passing, I talked to them, and naturally there's a certain amount of confusion, and with that confusion we decided to cancel the event. It was canceled for about 2 days. And Turning Point Action is determined. I think his beautiful wife Erica is behind all this, determined to move forward and not stop. It's important that Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action continue, and that we do not allow these terrorists to destroy the organization that Charlie built, and it's going to go on. So anyway, they are sending, Luke Malice is going to be there on next Thursday at this event also, and he is currently, I talked to them today, I talked to James Hart that we all know, and James said they're all still down there in Arizona today, and they will be throughout the weekend, and they'll be coming early in the week, and they will be here for this event. So we'll get the very latest from Turning Point Action Thursday night at this event. So if you'd like to come, please register so we know how much food to make. If we run short, it's because people didn't register, because everybody that comes can eat. So anyway, keep that on your schedule and do register, and we hope to see you then, where the speakers will be Josh Shriver. He's a state rep, a very good one of the best, and Krish Marathani. He is a youth vice chair for the MIGOP. He will be speaking also, and Luke Malice. And I'm sure our friend James Hart will have a few words also. Also, as a side note, I think you've heard this anyway. I don't think this is really news, but as of 2 days ago, Turning Point USA has got requests for 54,000 requests for either starting a chapter or joining one. And as we can see with the results around the world, Charlie's impact is really phenomenal, and we have to keep that organization going. Turning Point is very important, and we've got to keep it going and start working with these young people. And it's amazing the impact he's had. Also, tomorrow night we have a euchre night at the office at 39099 Garfield in Clinton Township. That flyer you can also see on our website at michiganmatters.org. And that's tomorrow night, and that will be a euchre night. This will be the third one. People have had a lot of fun. That's why we're continuing to do them. The Fall Festival is very important to us. It's going to help us keep operating. It's $20, and that is on September 26th, next Friday. And with that, if anyone that wants to participate in the chili cook-off, there's a donation of $50 for that. It's $20 to get in. If anyone wants to sponsor a table, especially people running for office, the table sponsorship is $200, but it comes with 2 tickets. There will be chili and hot dogs and cider. It's going to be a great event. We've done 4 of them. It's the same location, great big circus tent, dance floor music. It's going to be a great event. And I believe that you can go online and register for it, that you're coming. It would be nice to know how many people are coming. And I think we'll have that ability soon on the website. So if you can register on the website for anything you'd like to do to participate with that, that'd be wonderful. I want to thank you all for watching our videos. We're going to try to do them every week. And we're going to try to be informative of things that many people don't talk about in Michigan. If you recall, we talked about that proposed copper mine. I don't have the latest on that. I want to keep on contact with that, but I think that's savetheporkies.org or something like that, and so you can get the latest on that information. Also, there's the water issue that we recently talked about with Miss Brandenburg. And we hope to have her back on soon to talk about the water issue around the state, how they seem to be drying things up in a lot of areas. I think that's part of the 15-minute city. I think their long-range plan is to try to get people out of the country into cities. I don't know. But I know there's a lot of issues to talk about. But I think that our president's doing a wonderful job. Pray for him and the people around him, and for the Kirk family. What they're going through right now is horrendous, and but Turning Point will move on, and we're going to help them as much as we can. God bless you all. Pray for America, pray for our families and everything, and hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.